Salutations, friends. It is I, said Stevie, and I think this video might actually post today. I don't know, but I just got done filming one video, and in it, FedEx showed up. And I said I wasn't really going to be doing like mail calls / unboxings in 2023, but it just showed up. I just got done recording, so F it. I'm going back on my word, and I'm going to unbox this. The video I just filmed was a disassembly maintenance of the Left Concepts Avant, which we'll probably post tomorrow. This knife comes from... I ordered this knife from Knife Global. It's a Kubey. Kubey. Yes, Kubey. And it's a knife that I've already had. Ooh, not good. No, I don't give a shit about that. But that was behind the wrapper. So that happened and then they boxed it. So shame on you, Kubey. Shame on you. You should have given me another one. I really don't care. I do like the Kubey logo, though. I think it's dope. This is a knife that I had already had one time, and I passed it along to a good knife homie who fell in love with it. And the only reason why I did is because they dropped a newer variant of it. And this is actually, I like this just a little bit. This is more my jam. Looks like we got a Kubey card, an edge right above the rest. A bunch of other stuff on there that I'm not going to read. A wiping cloth that I'll never open. And the knife itself. So, this knife was designed by a good homie, Mr. Sherif Manganas. The real Sherif M. Mangana steel. You know him, you love him. He's got some dope designs out there. The Grazioso, the Momentum, the Ruckus. He's working on his own model knife right now, the Kaimano. He's got a bunch of other stuff in the works. He's become a really, really good friend. This is one of his, I think, most fabulous designs, the Velocé. And I had one that was all bronzed hardware, or bronze scales, bronzed hardware, bronzed pocket clip. Like I said, I moved that along to my homie Cletus. And this one became available. And this is absolutely my jam. Black tie. All they're calling this sand washed finish, and then gray, silver, whatever accents, and boom! Look at that. This is like a 4.9-inch blade. I love this thing. You can see the homie's maker mark right there. Mangana's steel, and the new. So the previous ones were an S30V. This is an S90V. Yup, S90V. And, wow. So Sherif got his, and he said it needed to break in a little bit. This doesn't really need to break in at all. Holy moly, out of the box. This thing is good. So, I guess let me pull up some quick specs for you. So right now, the new ones are only available on Knife Global, as far as I know, which they're based out of China. So when you order, it takes a couple extra days, and it comes directly from China. But they have them in just the sandblast finish, the flamed ano, the one that I got, and then an all blacked out. Now, it says 175 on there, but when you add this to your cart and you go to check out, it instantly gives you a $24.50 discount. So this ends up, and it's free shipping. So you get this knife for $150.50. I'm sure they will eventually make their way to U.S. distributors like White Mountain Knives, where it might be even cheaper, using like said Stevie 10 or KSTR 10 or TLR 10 or Lefty's a douche 10, and get some discounts. So you might want to hold off, but I didn't want to hold off, and I was fine with paying $150 for this knife to get it in now. 3.94-inch sandblasted S90V. Overall length 8.66, which means the handle length is 4.72. This is a large size knife. Even without being choked up, I get a full 4. I choke up into that choil, and look how much knife I have. Look how much control I have over this thing. Look at what my dog did to me. Ella. Took her to the groomer, and they clipped her nails, but they didn't, like, round them off. And she was so happy to see me when she jumped up on me. She scratched the shit out of me. But here we go with the specs again. HRC is 59 to 61 for S90V. Is that? I don't know if that's good or bad. Honestly, I thought S90V was higher than that. Full flat grind. 6AL4V titanium, all that stuff that you don't probably really care about. But look at that. Again, designer Sherif Manganas. That's my homie. I was a fan of his knives before I became... I'd consider him a pretty good friend at this point. I talk to him pretty regularly. He's been on the live stream quite a few times. And we don't just talk about his knives. Also, by the way, he's not one of those guys. He doesn't want to just talk about his shit. He wants to talk about everything. He's also into the hobby and so much more. So this is not an unbiased... No, this is not a biased review of this knife. It's an unbiased review. Sherif does not want us blowing smoke up his tuchus. He wants us to be real with him. And although this knife was already out by the time I met him, I got nothing bad to say about this knife. Now, if aesthetically, if it's not for you, yeah, you're not going to like this knife. But there's something about this. I like the thinner profile. It seems like it should be a taller blade, and I could totally see this being a taller blade. That's not really his style, though. I'm not going to go get my other knives out of the case, but he likes, kind of a thinner profile blade. It's got that little harpoon tip there. But yeah, the design of this, everything flows. He's got big ol' ham hocks for ham fists as well. But he did the jimping perfectly in this. And I gotta say, Kubey executed well. Good access to the lock bar. This is riding on ceramic bearings. You guys have seen I haven't done anything to this yet. It's completely centered. You got the slot for deployment. You got a flipper tab there. You can get it from way down here, and it flies out. The detent's dialed. You can get it up high. It's a little bit stiffer up there, but it's super snappy. And then the flipper tab is perfect. Definitely snappier on the detent with the finger for deployment. I can't really thumb flick this, so it is a little lock bar sensitive. But, you can pinch, slow roll out. Can I fail it? I'm going to have to try to fail it. Again, going as light as I can. It still wants to come out. I have to try to fail it now at this point. There. You're not going to fail this detent. Detent's good. And then again, the action, drop to the nail, shake shut. And I'm willing to bet once I drop some skiffs into here, it'll get even better. You got a basically full backspacer there with that nice spot to put in a lanyard. Doesn't interfere with the design. I like if someone's gonna put a lanyard option on their knives, they do it like this. I don't like unnecessary holes in knives if you're not going to use it. That doesn't get in the way at all. Pocket clip is good to go. 3D milled titanium pocket clip. The one that I had prior, I had pocketed plenty of times, and It goes in and out of pocket, no problems. All T8 on the hardware, flush fitting. Well, I guess they said a little proud, but flat screws, minimalist screws. You see just the Kubey logo on the pivot, and then just one showing screw on the one body screw on the show side. You got some this little milling pocket there on the outside, and then pocket clip screw, body screw, lock bar insert screw. Done really well. There is internal milling on this as well, so it's not a real heavy knife. You can see in there the pockets that have been milled out. Yeah. So I gotta say, for $150, hit the wrong button. For $150.50, even at the full price of $174, I wouldn't have mind picking this up. And that's even if I didn't know Sherif Mangana's. And knowing him definitely makes me want to support a friend. For sure, right? It's fun to support your friends. It's cool when you're friends with people that make cool shit. Or design cool shit right now. But again, I think Sherif, if Sherif was sitting here and we were having a conversation, he would say the same thing. If you don't like something about it, tell me, because I don't want to make that same mistake. So if there was, I would say, but I think that this is a good to go knife. It's it's executed well, and the design, it's a good design. So, yeah. Be on the lookout for more from Sherif Mangana's in 2023. I'm going to link his YouTube channel. I'm going to link his Instagram, and I believe he has a Facebook group as well. Sherif loves hearing feedback from the community. If he's going to design something, he wants to know that there's people behind it. So if he puts something out there before he goes to market with it, he wants to give people what they are looking for. So you have the ability to help influence his designs, which I think is really cool. And there's a lot of designers that absolutely do that. That's not unique to Sherif, but Sherif puts himself out there. What I like that in a designer, someone who's open, someone who's honest. He's showing you, all his. You watch his Kaimano video, and he shows you all the different options that he had to pick from. He's going with Kaiser as the OEM on that, and it's been pretty interesting to learn some of the stuff from him and his insight into things. And we also have very similar tastes. So that's one of the things that is cool about his designs, is that he designs knives that he likes, and I like a lot of the same knives that he likes. So I'm a fan. Can you tell? I totally just fanned out. Totally went Sherif Mangana's fanboy in this video. F you, Sherif, if you watch this, if you get this far. F you. No, Sherif is the homie, and I'm giving him props. So, what do you guys think of this knife? Have you tried any of his others? The Grazioso is one of the sexiest knives out there. The Ruckus is amazing. The Momentum was my budget knife of the year. I love that knife. But the Veloce is the shiznit. In this configuration, love it. So definitely check out Sherif's links in the description. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Piss off if you didn't. I feel like I need to say I'm just kidding for the people that don't know me that well. But I'm not kidding. Piss off if you didn't like it. Don't hit the. Don't do that. Only do this. And then subscribe here if you haven't already. And then whatever that video is, check that out and give that a thumbs up. Or piss off and don't. But appreciate you guys tuning in. And until the next one, I bid you mofos, adeuces.